Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Pablo from Style Systems, your image consultant. For more information, go to stylesystems.net. This video we're going to talk about seduction again. That's right, my friends. I've been getting a lot of questions from men on what to dress, what to wear when you're going on a date, which I already did a video on it. And how to get. Is there a possible way of getting a date just because of the way that you look, blah blah blah. So I decided to make this video again. Maybe I will talk about it even more. If you have some more questions, keep sending them to me via the comments or through stylesystems at Gmail. All right, or if you simply go to stylesystems.net, you can reach me over there. So, how to seduce with your style? How to get more women with your style? How to get a boyfriend or even a girlfriend with your style, right? It's totally relevant. This is not a video just for men. This is also a video for women, but we'll focus a little bit more on men because you women, you have a monopoly when it comes to fashion. You think that you have the ultimate saying when it comes to what looks good, what doesn't look good. Also gay men. I have nothing against women or gay men, but it's just that, time has come for us to step in and say, okay, there are different ways than just wearing crazy stuff, right? Or than just being like fashionable and trendy and all these things. There is a science behind that, which is exactly what we image consultants do. So what I want to talk about first, I want to cover the men, right? With men, you can seduce women, you can attract the opposite sex just by the way that you look. Whether you're a douchebag or not, that's entirely relative to you. I mean, I don't care. I'm not here to talk about morals or ethics. I'm just here to tell you that the way that we, human beings, we pick things that we like or we don't like is normally and usually through our visual senses. Now, maybe you meet someone, I have a bunch of haters that are going to say, well, what about a blind man? What about blah, 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 blah? Well, even they can create a mental picture of you. The moment they touch you, what do you think they're doing? They're creating a mental image in their heads. So, image is very important. That's just what I wanted to say, alright? So, it is super, super crucial because the way that we choose our cars, the way that we choose our house, the way that we choose our significant other is through our visual senses. So you want to take care of how you look, what are they going to think when they look at you? What is the first thought that is going to pop in their minds when they look at you? As a man, because the majority of men out there, they simply do not pay attention to the way that they look. They simply don't pay attention to fashion and to style. They think it's really not important, that it's something that other people might be into it, but a true man will not pay attention to that. And it's totally wrong. This is not about whether you are into it or not. I'm telling you that you should become a stylist or a huge fan about fashion. I'm just letting you know that this is important and that they are looking at you. And that there are a lot of stimuli. You're sending a lot of stimuli to women. Are they the ones that you want to send? Are those stimuli the ones that are going to get you the date, get you the woman, or not? So you want to take care of this. You definitely need to take care of this. What are some steps that you can take right now? Well, the first step is be bold, all right? Stand out, find a way to stand out. Now, you don't have to go crazy and scream and be like pink hair and all over the place and be like, yeah. No, I'm not telling you to do that. If that is you, then it's entirely up to you. If you want to do it, go ahead. But there's a science behind that. The moment you step outside of your comfort zone when it comes to clothes, because I know you have your comfort clothes, you're always wearing baggy stuff, it's just plain t-shirts, you don't really give a fuck, and it looks like you're an unmade bed. The moment you step outside of that comfort zone, the moment you start wearing things that you wouldn't normally wear, something happens. I guarantee you've already experienced that. And if you haven't, go into the mall, try on different things that normally you wouldn't buy. And even you don't even have to buy them. Just go there and see what happens. You're going to feel like a little bit awkward. You're going to think that everyone is watching you when in reality no one even is paying attention. No one even is looking at you. No one gives a fuck. They're too much into themselves, into their own brains, into their own stories, problems, and so on. But you think like, oh, look at me, huh? And there's this sense of discomfort. Of course, it happens. But the science behind that and the fact behind that is that you are going to portray the image of someone who is confident, because you don't care. You know, if somebody else is watching you, you're like, you can handle the heat, you can handle the attention, and be like, yeah, what's up? Hey, you look so good. Well, thank you. And if somebody tells you, hey, you look horrible, you shave the fucking mustache. Well, thank you. And you just go on about your own business. And even if you stand out and you get a lot of attention, you're fine with that. You're not asking for it. You're not needy of attention. You're like, please look at me. Please, someone look at me. No. But you can handle the heat. So it works for you. It works for your advantage, because you want to communicate that when you're in front of a woman. You want to communicate that you can take care of her, that you're confident about the relationship, about what is going to happen, that you can lead, and blah, 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 right? Another thing, taking care of yourself will let her know that you're going to take care of her, because it all starts from within. That's right, this happens on a subconscious level. They are not aware of this, but the moment they see someone who is more well put together, immediately certain parts of their brain kick in, like he's successful, he has money, he has resources, he is someone who can take care of things, he's someone who takes care of himself, therefore will take care of me and our relationship. This doesn't happen consciously. I'm not letting you know that women, or shit, maybe some of them, they already are. I mean, women are crazy when it comes to these things and relationships, right? They overthink everything. But anyway, so the majority, they're not even thinking about this. They're just like, oh, they look at you and blah, blah, blah. But on a subconscious level, all of these things are happening. So you want to trigger these emotions in her. Like, you really care about you, right? That you're not doing it simply because you're trying to impress her. Don't do things just because you want to impress her. Do it because it's congruent with your own lifestyle. So if I go out in a date with someone that I don't even know, right? They're gonna look at me like this, and they're gonna be like, what the fuck? But the moment they look at my social media, my YouTube videos, and so on, and the more they get into my life, and the more we get to know each other, she's going to realize that this is who I am, and it's congruent. So they're going to be like, damn, this is something different. There's something different about this guy. That's what you want to do. You don't want to be put into the category of another schmuck that tries to get into my pants. Another schmuck that just wants me because of my ass and my boobs. You don't want that, man. This is because you are so in control of yourself, because you're taking care of yourself. It's a habit. You know, ironing your shirt, spending money on quality clothes, spending time on the fit of your clothes. That is communicating that you have a healthy habit of grooming yourself, taking care of yourself. From there's a lot of possibilities. And the list goes on and on and on and on. There's literally tons and tons of positive things that you're going to communicate when you're trying to seduce a woman. Now, when it comes to women, well, you have it in quotes a little bit more easy. You have to find a way to show your feminine side without being scared, because sometimes you think that we're only going to focus on your ass or on your boobs, on your tits, on your chest. And you know, the majority they are, but you should not pay attention to this, because whether you are showing them or not, whether you're wearing a cleavage or not, men look at this all the time. That is just the fact. This is the ugly truth, whatever you wish to call it. So you have to find a way to own your femininity and be like, I'm a beautiful woman, I'm a feminine woman, and I own it. And if these motherfuckers are watching me, well, so what? I'm beautiful. And just like I said it, you are not asking for that attention, but you can handle the heat. Now, don't be too vulgar, especially when you're trying to seduce a man. Don't be too vulgar, because there's a fine line between just showing off your body and then sending out the wrong messages, and then being a little bit more like teasing, you know, like showing off your sexiness, your feminine side, but without being vulgar. That's what you want to accomplish. And then also, don't compare yourself to other women. That is the worst thing that I see with my clients, my women that are women. They're comparing too much, with people that they don't even know, women on magazines and stuff like that. They're like, oh, well, I saw this bitch wearing this and that, and I don't have it. You're paying way too much attention and spending way too much effort on these other people, on these other girls that they don't even care about you. Don't be like that. Own yourself. Have this healthy self-esteem about you, and never compare yourself to other. And then be like, you know what? I'm so beautiful. You are too conscious about yourself. That is the last thing that I will add. Because of these comparisons, because of these high standards of beauty that, they are unreachable, literally, because they are being manipulated by the fashion industry. That's right. You're always feeling too conscious about yourself, like, oh, I have a little love handle, a little roll over here, oh, my tummy, oh man, I have the... No, you have to be able to stop. Part of becoming the best version of yourself and learning the power of image is that it becomes a lifestyle, it becomes a habit. Being beautiful becomes a part of who you are. So you don't have to be self-conscious all the time. Oh man, no, you accept yourself. You get to love yourself. You get to see yourself in the mirror and be like, I like what I see. I'm worthy as I am. Without losing your hunger for getting more, your hunger for improving, right? Because there's a trend of just love yourself, accept yourself, even if you don't do anything with yourself, even if you don't have healthy habits, you don't take care of yourself, even if you just, roll out of bed and eat McDonald's every single day, you're still beautiful. Hey, girl, you're still... No, I mean, we have to be smart about these things. You are beautiful as long as you are working upon yourself to keep growing for yourself, not for others, but for you. Okay, so I could go on and on and on about this subject because I'm really passionate about this, but I will leave it as that for today. Remember to keep sending me your questions, to subscribe, to leave me your comments. Also, remember, shout out to my program, The Power of Image. This is the online school where I teach these things and beyond. This is beyond fashion. Also, I have my podcast, The Fashion Matrix. I do it on Saturdays between 6 and 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. This is The Fashion Matrix, where I talk about just everything that has made me who I am, and it's a little bit more relaxed. I really don't talk too much about fashion, but rather things that makes us grow. So with that, I'm going to leave you. Be the best version of yourself, and I will see you, my friends, on the next one.